Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So we've been seeing some market moves over the last 24 hours. Not only that, we're also seeing a lot of trading activity, guys, for XRP specifically. Now, if we take a look at the market, let's just kind of get an idea of where we're sitting right now. So, out of the 22,278 cryptocurrencies that currently exist in the marketplace, a lot of them, most of them, I'd say, are seeing an increase in price. So we are seeing money move into the crypto space, guys. Market cap has increased now to $900 billion. And guys, take a look at this. Bitcoin dominance is creeping up a little bit. So what is that telling us? Obviously, Bitcoin is the leader of the pack right now. Bitcoin is up 3.93% in the last 24 hours. And you compare that to some of the other cryptocurrencies, like even Ethereum, 0.82%, only up by 0.8, not even a full percentage point. You got BNB coin up 1.41. You got XRP up the same amount, 1.41, 1.42. Cardano's up 2.93. So you can see here altcoins doing okay, but Bitcoin is really, the leader to be speaking of at this moment in time. That's not to say, though, that we aren't seeing a dramatic increase specifically for XRP trading volume, okay? Now, this is analyzing a bunch of exchanges here. So according to Nomics, XRP's total trading volume on all the cryptocurrency exchanges on which it is listed has risen by nearly 30% in the last 24 hours. I believe the count is 28%. The figure currently stands at $2.2 billion, representing 11.7% of the token's current market capitalization. So over 10%, guys, has been traded. If you want to just take a look at the market cap and value there. It is also worth adding that XRP's trading volume is the highest of any altcoin in the top 10. So what does that tell us, guys? The top 10 cryptocurrencies? Well, let's just take a look at some of the top 10 here. So of the top 10, did they say top 10 altcoins or top? Yeah, altcoin, any altcoin in the top 10. So let's exclude Bitcoin. We've got Ethereum, Binance Coin, XRP would be number 3. Cardano, Dogecoin, Polygon, Solana, Litecoin, Polkadot, Shiba Inu, and Tron. So out of the top 10, XRP, one of the most notable cryptocurrencies. Also, the lawsuit is probably having an effect on this, but it is now the highest of the top 10 altcoins. It is equally important to note that the double-digit growth in XRP trading volumes comes amid a release of crucial macroeconomic data on U.S. customer inflation. As many have noticed in the run-up to this data, there has been euphoria in the markets and in crypto markets in particular. So what's up with the Fed? I guess we should talk about this a little bit. Economists and forecasters expected a decline in inflation, which the Fed has been struggling with over the last year, by 60 percentage points to 6.5%. That is exactly what happened. As for now, the sentiment is that the surrender of inflation will convince the monetary regulator to slow down with the increase of the Fed rate, which in turn will give markets the opportunity to take a breath. So, all these things moving together is definitely giving us a better picture for markets in as a whole, but also the crypto market in particular. Eggrag Crypto here saying, XRP, there is a big move brewing. Now, just yesterday, I talked about his prediction, the Candle 21. Looking at XRP on the monthly, the longish term outlook, and by that I mean within a year and a half, we could see XRP upwards of $80 per coin. It's just a theory. If you want to catch that video and you didn't catch it yet, I will link it up here in the top right-hand corner. He's also suggesting this, okay? So taking a look at the XRP technicals. The white box here is where we're holding support. The window of opportunity is for XRP to close above the top end of the falling wedge around 41 to 42 cents. We need to get up above this micro level of resistance. If we're looking at this on a smaller time frame, this is the weekly, but that level here, okay, 41, 42 cents. If we can get up above that, what Eggrag Crypto is suggesting is that that is when the big move will occur. This will be a clear sign for an erupt move, is what he's suggesting here. So let's take a look at the XRP chart here on the daily, and you guys can see the movement has been quite significant over the last few days. We've been seeing some very, very nice green days over here, coupled with some strong-looking volume bars. So what he's suggesting is we need to get above this level here, and then the eruption will occur, okay? So this is the, technicals, the level of resistance that we really need to get above. Even if I take it from the top of the candlesticks and not the top of the wicks, but the top of the candlesticks, you guys can see 40, 41 cents, 42 cents in and around there. We did wick up here even back in July. So if we can get above here, Hopefully that will mean an opportunity for blast off. So guys, right now we're eyeing 41, 42 cents. Taking a look real quickly at Bitcoin on the daily, and Bitcoin has been doing great. Bitcoin right now trading just under $19,000 per coin, 18,919. And if you just take a look at this, looks amazing. I mean, you know, exactly what we've been waiting for about a year now. We've been in the bear market for about a year. I know a lot of you guys still holding on, hanging on. For many of you guys, it is your first bear market, or dare I say, was your first bear market. Now, we could be into profits very, very soon. So Bitcoin looking very, very healthy, and the candlestick's just getting stronger and stronger as we're moving up. So today's is just begun, but over the last couple of days, we've been seeing Bitcoin magic happening, and even just taking a look at the volume bar down here, you guys can see that. Here, let me see if I can zoom in on that a little bit and punch in on that. So I'll bring this chart down and just punch in here. You guys can see strong volume bars there. So a very healthy looking Bitcoin trend, I gotta say. SB Investments also saying, you know, two scenarios are possible here. We're now touching resistance. So, I mean, even if the worst case scenario happens, we go down lower, we meet the $13,700 mark for Bitcoin, which means that this would be prolonged, and then we'd move to the upside. Otherwise, guys, we're already there. Just need to get above this trend line. So 41, 42 cents for XRP. Don't know what that translates for Bitcoin. Nevertheless, the bear markets are supposed to be getting shorter, not longer. So I'm optimistic that we're looking at this case scenario and not this case. But, you know, the market can surprise us. It never fails to surprise. So address activity 2 and social dominance has also spiked, guys. For XRP specifically, this one from XRP Crypto Wolf, on-chain analytics firm Santiment observes a pattern of massive social dominance and likewise a major pump in address activity for the 6th largest cryptocurrency, XRP. So XRP network is plus 0.62%. Up. So up 6.2% in the last 24 hours, while the majority of crypto has declined today. So this was from the other day. A little outdated. Nevertheless, we did see XRP pump and address activity for XRP pump as well. I'm of the opinion that in this next bull run, the altcoin that I think could dominate will be XRP because, and I think strictly because of the lawsuit, and this will be literally the only cryptocurrency, the only altcoin that will have the clarity that will give the investors confidence to pump money into it. So, I mean, I would not be surprised one bit if XRP ended up being the best altcoin performer in this coming bull run. And I mean, I guess comparing it to Bitcoin, Bitcoin never really performs as well as some of these altcoins. So maybe, dare I say, maybe the best performer for the entire bull market. I mean, that is yet to be determined. Nevertheless, keeping my eye on that, the impact was felt on the price as XRP was the top gainer among the top 10 cryptocurrencies by market cap on December the 11th, before the price slightly eased. So Santiment is seeing a spike in XRP activity. And, you know, not only that, we are also seeing Bitcoin move. Nomix has also noticed that the volume has risen by 30%. All signs pointing to a lot of positive sentiment surrounding XRP in and amongst this latest bombshell that we've heard. So Nexo, guys, now is subject to investigation in Bulgaria over alleged money laundering. So Nexo is now under the microscope, one of the latest cryptocurrency firms that has been targeted. And, you know, I don't doubt this is a coordinated attempt by the powers that be to really crack down on crypto, and they got to come down with an iron fist. Otherwise, this thing, in their eyes, probably won't get regulated the way they want it to be regulated. So crypto lender Nexo has been targeted in a Bulgaria probe in alleged money laundering and tax violation scheme. Authorities say they have evidence a Nexo user has been officially declared a terrorist financier. That's sketchy. So the crypto lender Nexo is being investigated by authorities in Bulgaria. The Bulgarian prosecutor's office is conducting an investigation in Sofia to neutralize the criminal activity of Nexo, according to an automated translation of a statement issued on Facebook on Thursday. More than 300 people are involved in the operation. And guys, here is a quote. The main organizers of the scheme are Bulgarian citizens, and the activity was carried out mainly from the territory of Bulgaria. Attorney General Sika Meleva said in a statement, evidence has been collected that a person who used the platform and transferred cryptocurrencies has been officially declared a terrorist financing person. So that is disconcerting. Nexo is another one of the big ones. Larry Cermak here posting this. And by the way, I don't know if you guys do have your cryptocurrency on Nexo, if you were staking with Nexo or whatever. Again, maybe you do, maybe you don't, but maybe you even have your cryptocurrency on another exchange, in which case I strongly advise you get your crypto off the exchanges, guys. This is probably the worst time in history to have your cryptocurrency on the exchanges, probably even worse than 2018, 2019, when we were seeing a lot of cyber attacks. It's because now government is coming after these exchanges. So what that's creating is this environment now where people are losing confidence. And what follows with that? Massive withdrawals off the exchanges. So a run on the exchanges, people pulling out money, and that's a double whammy, a 1-2 punch. Not only are they getting targeted for whatever reason, an investigation into money laundering or by the SEC or whoever, but so that's the first strike. Second strike is that, investor confidence goes down and money floods out. So Larry Cermak here saying, these are all Nexo's EVM addresses in my database. Currently seeing 378 million total holdings in 19 wallets, out of which 264 million is Nexo tokens. Only 114 million in non-Nexo holdings on all EVM addresses combined. Would be very careful. Also wanted to point this out from Connor at @JConnorGrogan here on Twitter. Nexo, which was rated earlier this morning, is currently getting hit by withdrawals. Its tagged on-chain wallets on EVM chains are down $70 million in stables and 15 million in ETH and staked ETH. The one tagged Bitcoin address I can find has $5 million. Its website lists $2.4 billion in customer liabilities. So again, something to be very careful of, considering, the police in Bulgaria have just now raided Nexo, $2.4 billion in customer liabilities. Ouch. Keep your crypto safe, guys. Put it in a cold storage solution like a Ledger Nano or something similar. I do have an affiliate link in the description of the video. You can use it if you want. You don't have to use it. I'm not saying it for that reason. I'm saying just be safe, because this is unprecedented crypto territory that we are waiting in, or have been waiting in, over the last, let's say, 12 to 18 months. So not only that, because you can't have the news stop there. Here's another one. It's kind of funny though. El Diablo Dictator Know-It-All posted this, laughed at Ripple in the XRP lawsuit. Well, how does this feel now to be on the receiving end? How are you enjoying the karma? Tyler Winklevoss. So Tyler Winklevoss tweeted this out. It's disappointing that the SEC chose to file an action today against Gemini, and other creditors are working hard together to recover funds. This action does nothing to further our efforts to help earn users get their assets back. Their behavior is totally counterproductive. What goes around comes around, says XRP Biker here on Twitter. So all these guys, we got to remember, way back in 2020, all these guys were laughing at us, laughing at the XRP community, laughing at Ripple, telling Ripple that they're frauds, accusing Ripple of all this wrongdoing. Little did they know that they were going to be the next targets. John Reed Stark also mentioning this. The SEC hit BlockFi for failing to register its crypto lending program, stopped Coinbase from launching its crypto lending program, and just hit Gemini and Genesis for its earn crypto lending grift. Buckle up, an SEC regulatory onslaught is just beginning. So, more activity from the SEC. Here was the official release. SEC charges Genesis and Gemini for unregistered offerings and sales of crypto asset securities through the Gemini Earn lending program. And so they were charged for these unregistered offers and sales of security to retail investors through the Gemini Earn crypto asset lending program. Through this unregistered offering, Gemini and Genesis raised billions of dollars worth of crypto assets from hundreds of thousands of investors. Investigations into other securities law violations and into other entities and persons relating to the alleged misconduct are ongoing. According to the complaint, in December of 2020, Genesis, part of a subsidiary of Digital Currency Group, entered into an agreement with Gemini to offer Gemini customers, including retail investors in the United States, an opportunity to loan their crypto assets to Genesis in exchange for Genesis's promise to pay interest. Beginning in February 21, Genesis and Gemini began offering the Gemini Earn program to retail investors, whereby Gemini Earn investors tendered their crypto assets to Genesis, with Gemini acting as the agent to facilitate the transaction. Gemini deducted an agent fee, sometimes as high as 4.29% from the returns Genesis paid to Gemini Earn investors. As alleged in the complaint, Genesis then exercised its discretion in how to use investors' crypto assets to generate revenue and pay interest to Gemini Earn investors. So that is the official statement here coming out of the SEC headquarters. Jeremy Hogan asking, who do you think is next? And John Reed Stark responding, can't say for sure, Jeremy, but here are my crypto-related predictions for 2023. It's going to be an interesting year for crypto. I mean, even if we are witnessing a bull market, it's going to be on-ramps, off-ramps. That I think is going to be our main focus. Not so much, you know, when to sell the top, which is also going to be important. I mean, don't get me wrong, but everybody's going to be, I think, and I mean, you know, so long as the crypto exchange that you're using currently has been vetted, is regulated, is good to go by the powers that be in the country you live in, you should be good. And then, oh, and also, by the way, they should also be compatible with the cryptocurrencies you want to trade. Otherwise, you're going to have to find a secondary exchange to trade those cryptocurrencies, maybe convert it to a stable coin or something and transfer them over. I know not all exchanges support all cryptocurrencies, so that's the other thing. You know, that is, I think, going to be the biggest headache for 2023. I mean, so guys, just be mindful. Have a secondary exchange option available to you for all the kinds of cryptocurrencies that you want to trade, like a Binance or a BITRUE or something similar. And I'm not suggesting those ones particularly. I personally have both. I do even have a BITRUE affiliate link in the description if you guys want to sign up. But I think the biggest thing people should be worried about, or at least concerned of, are you know, how we're going to be trading this year because of all this regulatory confusion, I guess we could call it, that's going on in the space. So here are John Reed Stark's predictions for 2023. Not really interested in going over them, to be honest with you. I have not even read this, just happened to see it just now. So I will link it in the description if you guys are interested, though. Let's keep going. Michael Branch here posting this. John Deaton predicts that the investigation into SBF, the head of the infamous FTX exchange, will uncover a number of dirty details regarding his meetings with the top SEC officials. And as a result, the lawyer expects that the current head of the SEC, Gary Gensler, will resign. So will we see Gary Gensler's resignation in 2023? Fingers crossed, and yes, I do have my fingers crossed right now. Crypto lawyer and pro XRP activist John Deaton has shared a number of predictions for the year 2023. So first, let's just go down here. He expressed his view that the lawsuit between Ripple and the SEC would end in a judge's ruling. His view has upset the XRP community, a large percentage of whom are hoping for a settlement or a summary judgment to resolve the proceedings, but he did clear that up. He wanted to clarify the statement because it did sound a little confusing, especially for us who aren't terribly versed in the law and legal language. He went on to clarify that a settlement is also possible after a decision has been made directly by the judge, thus eliminating the possibility of further appeal or the case going to a jury trial. And here's the tweet, guys, or a transcript of the tweet. Some people are confused about my prediction that the Ripple case doesn't settle until after Judge Torres renders a decision. A settlement could occur after, which would eliminate any potential jury trial and also eliminate any potential appeal. The lawyer's other two predictions concern the SEC, and, you know, I mean, we could see some dirty dealings, as he puts it, dirty details coming out in the FTX case. Investigation into Sam Bankman-Fried, the head of the infamous FTX exchange, will uncover a number of dirty details regarding his meetings with top SEC officials. Because as we know, even just from the XRP community, a lot of the Twitter sleuths are out there and uncovering a lot of more information that, you know, the SEC did have meetings with FTX, and yet this somehow slipped past them. Yeah, weird, right? As a result, the lawyer expects the current head of the SEC, Gary Gensler, to resign before the end of 2023. Again, fingers crossed. Here's to hoping. So that's what John Deaton is predicting, guys. Meanwhile, we've got this from Michael Branch. Ripple CTO says there is no remaining FLR airdrop balance. Are we going to get the remainder of our FLR or not? Does that mean there is FLR to go around? No remaining balance? Bizarre. David Schwartz continues to slam FLR holding rules and airdrop distribution. Ripple's chief technology officer, David Schwartz, has told XRP holders that there is no remaining FLR airdrop balance. Schwartz said in a tweet yesterday in response to inquiries from the member of the XRP community bashing the FLR holding rules. He asserted that members of the XRP community only get the 15% of the promised rewards that have been distributed. There is no remaining airdrop balance anymore, Schwartz wrote. You just get the 15%. If I promise you 2 cows, I can't give you 1 cow and tell you to get it pregnant for the remaining balance. Interesting analogy there. Notably, David Schwartz is poking holes at the holding rules to receive the remaining 85% of the promised airdrop. Expressed similar views earlier in the day. As reported by the Crypto Basic, the Ripple executive suggested that the FLR networks had used the XRP community for publicity and is no longer willing to make good on its promises. So David Schwartz here, coming out and saying that this is likely all we're going to get. Is that what he's saying? I mean, there is this vote that is coming up, and from my understanding, it is in the XRP community's best interest to vote no on this vote in order for us to get, basically in order for it to revert back to the original deal, which would mean that we would get the 85%. Correct me if I'm wrong. Schwartz is saying there is no remaining balance, though. Recall that the FLR networks distributed about 15% as promised, as we know, and that we are to wait another 36 months to receive the remaining airdrop balance. By selling it, they forfeit their rewards to the buyer, who can wrap them and receive the rewards. Consequently, it is more akin to a staking reward than an airdrop reward. Notably, this seems in line with the first FLR improvement proposal, or FIP.01. The community is yet to vote on, and guys, this is the vote. So if you are holding FLR tokens, you do have a vote. Still, if it does not pass, then eligible members of the XRP community should receive the remaining FLR rewards directly over the next 3 years per the original tokenomics. So yeah, just as I mentioned there, we got to vote no on this to, for that deal to remain in its original state. So per statements in November, the network will kick off voting on the proposal by January the 14th, which is tomorrow, guys. If you are watching this video on the day that it's released, at press time, FLR is trading at about 4 cents and the price is down. And we know we've seen the price just plummet. So I don't know, are you guys sick of FLR? Are you sick of the drama? Are you holding? Are you happy with the tokens you hold? Do you even care? I mean, at the end of the day, we've all held XRP for so long, and the FLR thing back in 2020 almost just seemed like a bonus. At least it did to me, but maybe that's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.